Theme song. This is my theme song, and I'm gonna sing it all day long. Theme song. This is my theme song. I'm gonna sing it till the cows. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Did you like my theme song? Oh, it's Monday. Monday. And Tom's late. I guess Tom's late. Why is Tom late? I don't know. Shane first in the hearts of Americans. Phil, the silver hair shit kicker show. You got it. If I don't kick the shit, who else is going to kick the shit? Yeah, I'm dependable that way. I can kick shit with the best of them. Morning, Jabez. How you doing? Ping G. What's happening? What's happening? Jabez, I'm not a watch guy. Thought that watch was a Swatch. But I see it's a G-Shock. Going to send me down a rabbit hole today. Yeah. I put that up there because it finally sold. I bought that watch in Nashville where there was Chris. We went out garage sailing. It was Chris the Goose. It was Tom. It was Glenn. And it was Jacob. And it was me. There was 5 of us in a car. And we were stopping at garage sales and picking stuff, and those guys just kept walking by deals. Man, I was shopping, man. I was buying stuff. At least small enough stuff to fit my luggage for the flight back home. Anyway, I saw that watch, and I know for a fact that Tom and Jake and Chris all had picked up that watch and looked at it. And they all 3 put it back down. And I asked the people at the sale, how much for this watch? Oh, give me $1. I said, okay. Gave him $1, got back in the car, and I just raked those guys over the collar. Y'all are leaving $50, $100 bills behind. Oh, there went my light. I dropped my light. Anyway, I cleaned it just a little bit, just kind of a wipe down with Windex and a paper towel, and then I put a new 15-cent battery in it, and it sold yesterday for $53.99. So it's my turn to rub it in. Do y'all walk past stuff?
Oh God.
The story of the watch.
I gathered by Jabez's comment.
Oh man. I'm just rubbing it in.
Yeah, you are.
I finally got it down to a price somebody would buy it. $53.99.
$53.99.
Right?
What'd they do? Beat you down for a penny?
I sent out offers and I had it for 10% off. And they sent me a counter offer of $53.99 and I took it. But yeah. Does everybody walk past stuff that's worth it? I mean, I don't pass up watches because they're small, they don't break when you ship them. I mean, they virtually take up. If all I sold was watches, I would be a happy camper. If I could find 10 of those a day, no problems. Because they're little, they're easy to put a battery in. But anyway, this show's gonna be exciting. Yes, it is, Tack.
Good morning, Ping.
So I'm just rubbing it into Jake and Chris and
Tom and
all you folks who give me troubles about my worn out shoes that I sell. Kiss my grits. How are you today, Tom?
I'm doing good. My daughter-in-law did another ultrasound yesterday, so we got to see Oliver. He's starting to look like a real kid. He's got cute little mouth, cute little chin.
Oliver?
Oliver? Yeah, I know. For Halloween, when he gets old enough where he can walk and talk good, I'm gonna get him a little raggedy outfit and a little bowl and go
Yeah.
around to Graham's house and all the grandparents' house and say, "Please, ma'am, may I have more?"
Please, sir, may I have more? No, nobody bought the flip-flops. I'll probably eventually just trash them. But I had to list them after all the hell everybody gave me over them.
Yeah.
Morning, Chastity. How's my stepdaughter doing? Bum crack picker. Morning, Ray. You weren't first. What an embarrassment for you, Ray. You didn't come in first. Close enough. There he is. Yeah, there's Tom. Morning. Harry Humstone and Humstone variety. It can't be Monday already. I know. Fresh roll of paper.
For the ladies, I kind of got teary-eyed yesterday looking at the ultrasound.
Memphis is having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
It was like with the heat index, it was 105 here last week. What? What?
I remember the Muppets did a.
You need to hush. Not you, Todd.
The Muppets did like a Charles Dickens Christmas thing.
Yeah.
And the two little rats were complaining about how cold it was. And Cratchit said, "Well, I can throw you out on the street where it's even colder." And the two little rats started backing down. And they started singing, "This is my island in the sun."
You need.
Morning, P. Let's see. Thomas swapping out the air and Saturn. There you go. Got the books back, James, and the buyer messaged me on Facebook. Persistent little scammer.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what's up with this morning.
That reminds me, I have kind of a semi-topic. Chastity reminded me.
Are you happy now?
Morning, peddling profits.
Look at the camera so you can see.
Hank Gallon Cash.
Hey, here. Over here. No, over here.
Yeah, it's there's a small learning curve to. I mean, every brand is a little bit different, and you do have to. I mean, batteries are really cheap on eBay. Don't ever buy your watch batteries from Home Depot or Walmart or anywhere. They're way more expensive. I mean, you can get 10 or 12 for what you pay at Walmart for one.
$1 billion. Well, see, you can always fall back on being a watch repairman, Todd.
No, I can't. A watch repairman knows all the only watch repair people only mess with the high dollar stuff.
Yeah, most of the places are putting watch bands on and putting in batteries.
You've been spying my store. My store has been doing. I had a really good June.
He's got 2,000 items in there. It should be doing good.
I know. You don't know what.
It's called Todd's Watch Store. Landshark, Craig.
Flip flop. There you go. Bum crack. Slip flops.
Oh.
Give that kitty a treat.
He's.
Same here.
I don't know. He's been clingy this morning. He doesn't know how to do anything except use his freaking claws to climb. I'll lay down, be still. So what else?
Mike's not here. What the hell?
What else did you sell besides the watch? Or did I miss that coming in late?
No, you want a rundown?
What? A quick one if you want to.
Yeah. All right.
No, he didn't. Whoever just asked if the brief sold. No, he's holding out. He refuses to come down on the price of those. Those are vintage reefs.
Yeah, they're vintage. So let's see here.
Boy.
Let's go to all orders. I sold a sterling silver bracelet for $32.99. Sold a military scarf for $12.
A military scarf?
Yeah, neckerchief scarf.
Uh-huh.
Sit there.
Yeah.
Neckerchief, man's cotton knitted, 100% cotton. That's those kind of scarves they put over their face in Afghanistan so they didn't breathe in the desert dust. Let's see, what else did I sell? I sold a Coleman glass, replacement glass. Sold some beakers. Me.
You sold some more?
Yeah.
Good job. How many more do you? I mean, you've been selling what, about one every other week or something like that?
I've got about 10 listings of beakers left. I sold some china for $40.
Nice. Now you'll worry about those until they get there, right?
No, I do a good job of packing.
Do you?
I sold some Converse Chuck Taylor yellow Caliphas canvas double-sided shoes.
Oh, those are young people's shoes there.
Yeah.
Old people wearing stuff like that. I mean, they're
sold a hat.
What kind of hat?
It's Aloha hat.
Oh.
It's weird because it's written upside down. I don't know why they did that, but there you are. Is that a thing? Writing Aloha upside down? I sold an ammeter. I sold a Canon camera lens. I sold a backpack. I sold a Canon AE1 program for parts of repair. It didn't work. I sold some more china. I sold 2 of these to one customer.
Is that the robotic stuff?
Yeah. That's the one sealed in the boxes.
Oh, cool.
Look, I've sold 3 and I still have 8 left. $45 a piece. So I am definitely in the profit now on my school auction stuff.
Well, you got all of the stuff like that, right? All of that and the telescopes and the microscopes, all of that kind of stuff. You got all of it. You didn't leave any of it behind, right? Correct.
I got the stuff that was small enough for me to ship.
Right.
I gave away the refrigerators and just left the dishwashers.
Right.
I left all the cabinets. I left all the desks. I left all the chairs and stools. But yeah, I sold 11 cassettes for $9.52. Bundle deal. Here's the watch. Sold for $53.99.
They had to beat you out of that 1 cent, right? They couldn't just go for 54.
I sold knitting needle holders. Sold a railroad lantern. Sold a Wyoming saw. These are cool. I've sold 3 or 4 of these.
Cool.
They collapse up into a Wyoming saw. They fold into a little bitty bag for just like that. It's a little bag.
Boy Scouting, wilderness hunt, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those sell fast too. I mean, people like those things.
Going into their bug out bag.
T-shirts. So there you go. That's what I sold. Back up into the chat now, see what we've been talking about. What's the cat's name, Tom?
Tanner. 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 Yeah, I know it's different. Scott's always showing his wiener, so I'm just showing my cat.
Showing your pussy?
Yeah.
Scott shows his wiener and you show your pussy. Okay.
See, I'm just the sweetest thing. He's a talker. The other two are not too much of talkers unless they really want something. This one will talk all the time.
Is that right, Tack? An upside down aloha means the same thing as an upside down pineapple?
I haven't heard that. Y'all are obsessed, Tactical.
It's the second bundle I've had unpunished last week. All right.
What kind of bundle was it? I'm sorry, I can't see the chat. Clothing, I'm assuming.
She didn't say what they were.
Okay.
Morning, Hoser.
Good morning, Scottrick.
Yeah, I watched Scott's video. You know, like those cassettes that I sold 11 cassettes for $10 because it just doesn't make any sense money wise. It doesn't math according to like Scott's video. It doesn't make math sense to sell them individually. So I just bundle up stuff like those cassettes.
Hosers, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, so a couple people in the comments said that they're just sending them disc only. They don't. I was not looking at the ones that said disc only. These are the ones that show a picture of a disc in the case.
So
if they're 4 ounces, if you put 4 forever stamps on it, that's $3.20. You still lose.
Before I forget it, if anybody's got a DVD for Earth 2, let me know.
I think it's Earth 2.
Scott, did you happen to notice how what type of volume those sellers selling them that cheap were?
One of them had 1,800 feedback, and there were some that had big numbers. Like there was one that had 2.4 million feedback.
Because somebody did reply on your video that maybe they get a bulk shipping deal from shippers.
So when Dave wakes up on the West Coast, his wife is a career post office. She said she works in sales for Ground Advantage. I'll get Dave to ask her and find out what
the breakdown on bulk shipping is. Of course, how many of those could have gone out 2 for 1 or on a discount from like a here, buy 9 and you get 1 free kind of a deal, or you know what I'm saying, like James does.
It just said sold. So
anyway,
is that in your video? What you're talking about? Okay, I'll go look at it once this is over with.
Yes, because I was listening DVDs last night, Tom, and there were a bunch of them that were selling for less than $4. And I'm like, media rate's $4 and it's $4 something, and first class mail is damn near $4.50 now. You know, this don't math. Math don't math. You got to give 75 cents to eBay at $3 or $4. You got to give right at 75 cents to eBay.
Right.
So now you're down to 3 1/4. Even if you got it for free, a regular seller can't make money on that.
Right.
Not unless you're doing thousands a month.
So the cheapest I listed mine were $6.99. If there were no sales of $6.99, I threw it in the pile over here to go to the auction. Because $6.99 leaves me enough room. If I run a 10% off sale, it's still going to put it at mid $6. You know, I still make $1 or $2. But even if you're a large seller, you've still got shipping, you've got labor to ship this out, you still got the things, and I understand there's these. Josh talks about them. There's these big programs that will just scan and list crazy fast, but
yeah. Well, here's what I do. I get 10 CDs. You got Whitney Houston and Meredith Brooks, Linda Ronstadt.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I understand that, and
so I'll sell those for $10 plus shipping. And
Roberta,
I bought hundreds of CDs for $30 about a year ago, but you know, you just got to use your brain how to make money.
Tom, are you talking about like Planet Earth, or what are you talking about? Earth?
Yeah, EARTH 2. It was a science fiction movie.
Like we can't spell Earth.
Well, I just would have. It was a science fiction TV series. Excuse me, from the 90s.
Here's your spelling lesson for today. CAT. Cat.
Is Josh in here?
Dog. DAWG. Dog.
Yeah. DAWG. Dog. I was last night before I went to bed. It came through my playlist on YouTube because I saw
him walking around Niagara Falls.
And is it true that, or is it some of YouTube's bullshit, that Western Canada is trying to get together enough signatures to withdraw from the Confederacy?
Yeah, Alberta is.
BC is. Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Alberta and BC. Yeah, they're all. They send all their money to support the craziness that is Toronto. The amount of money that goes out of those provinces is insane.
Yeah, according to them, it was like, I don't remember the exact numbers. They send $250 billion to the capital, and then they get about 120 of it back or something of that sort. And
Yeah, they can support socialized medicine, which is terrible, and everything else they do that is terrible.
Quebec is useless and bonjour. And then the East Coast with, I think they call it the Maritime. They don't really produce anything, but they're kind of in a situation over there on their own. But
I would have banned Tom for that. It was awful.
So anyway, I was just curious about that, whether that was just some of YouTube's BS or whether it was true. Because one politician they did say, well, the United States is interested in doing business with us. So I don't know what that was. I think that was from the guy that's from not BC. It's the one right beside BC. Anyway, I was just curious. I knew Josh would have the 411 on it since he's a big businessman in the United States that lives in Canada.
So anyway, I was kind of wanting to topic about John's video. He was talking about some sellers were talking about trying to teach bad buyers a lesson.
Which John is this?
Flipping ain't easy.
Oh, I don't watch his videos.
Okay.
I have to talk to him a couple times a week. I don't want to have to watch him too.
But he was saying, it's not your job to teach a bad buyer a lesson. By if somebody wants to cancel an order and you won't cancel it, you ship it anyway. I agree with that.
That's on you. That's stupidity on your own part. If somebody wants,
right,
you sold it once, you'll sell it again. Just you're asking for nothing but problems. Those are the people that won't cancel and they haven't shipped it. Those are the same people who are going to bitch about it being returned.
But he, as part of his talk, he was saying bad buyers are only 5% of eBay. Why would just treat them like a person and go on? And I got to checking my numbers, and
somebody needing to cancel for whatever reason, that doesn't make them a bad buyer. That just means the transaction didn't work out. Doesn't mean that.
Or in my example, I'm like, if somebody accidentally orders the wrong size of shoe and they want to send it back, that's fine. That doesn't make them a bad buyer. I got to return.
Somebody returned a base for a Ninja. It came in Saturday. They said they thought it was the same one, but they were mistaken. They pay for shipping back, and they're not getting their original shipping, so I'm not really out much. So I'm just going to relist again.
But my contention with his video was that he said bad buyers were maybe 5% of the buyers, and I got to crunching my numbers.
I don't think
I sell about 3,000 items a year, and I'm thinking just off the top of my head, I may have had 10 bad buyers.
Yeah, it's less. I think it's less than 5%. Most people are good.
So when I crunched the numbers, I came out with 0.0033% of my buyers are bad buyers.
But just think, if that
3/100ths of a percent.
If that watch you sold had a calculator on it, you could have calculated it pretty quick.
Yeah,
no, but
I don't really care.
5% of buyers might be bad, but I think it's way less than 5%.
You got to also realize he sells a lot of parts and things, so his returns might be a little different because parts don't work out, or that what people like to return stuff when they order something to fix it and it didn't fix it, so they're like, at least I get some of my money back, so that before they move on from the item.
But even when I do get a bad buyer like Crunchy Jacket Girl, I never said anything bad to the lady. I just said, no, I'm not going to do that, and went on. Her bad feedback dropped off because she didn't return it.
if you don't like them, put them on the block buyers bidders list and move on. I mean,
Yeah.
they live rent free in your head. You're not if you think somebody's doing bad things, you're not getting even with them. You're not teaching them a lesson. They don't think twice about you.
I don't care if they cancel up to the point that the label's been printed, because once the label is printed, that's going to take more effort from me. You know, that's going to take my time.
Dang, Chastity. Somebody's got it out for you.
They must have heard us calling you Chastity. And got
Chastity, it's that third ex-husband of yours. He's trying to come back and bother you. But like I said, if they buy something and then turn around and cancel it, all I got to do is hit, okay. But if they cancel it and the label's printed, they're just out the shipping, because I'm not going to spend the time to.
Chastity's never been married, Tom. You just put that on her. What the hell?
I know. I just hassling her.
So the one thing I would tell you is you got to treat it like the Jungle Book.
Okay.
Did y'all not watch the Jungle Book when y'all were growing up?
Yeah.
You got to articulate the process.
Wait. Okay, hang on a second.
A cancel is keeping you from having a refund, and the hassle of the refund is because it could get damaged in shipping. All the things that can happen when shipping to and from, and being put in the customer's hands who didn't want it to begin with, versus you just clicking a button and it relisted for you and you move on.
Yeah, John was trying to pick a fight, wasn't he?
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what the hell's wrong. Josh was like, that doesn't really bother me. I mean, over and over said the same thing. That was weird.
It's okay. I know that John doesn't niche, so yeah. Anyway, but yeah, John's point is well taken in his video that we don't need to try to punish a buyer for being a bad buyer or any kind of buyer. Just give good customer service and go on,
Yeah, a lot of it's the same argument that people make with, do you leave feedback as soon as they pay for it? I have my automatic turned on from when they pay for it, because their job is done. Their job is to find the product and buy it. Your problem is your part of it is to source it, make it available for sale, and ship it and get it to the customer. And so many people, the same thing. If the customer changes their mind on their part, your part doesn't extend to punish. Your part doesn't extend to get. None of that personal stuff matters. It is a business transaction. Just they live. I mean, if you treat people like that you don't know and are just on a computer, how do you treat people in real life?
I'm an asshole all the time. Let's see. Good morning.
I have no doubt.
Good morning, Jake.
When I think of it, I make way more mistakes.
Yep.
In selling stuff than I have people who are bad buyers.
Yes, absolutely. Extend grace. You never know when you're going to need it, because, Josh said in their research and setting up this list easier, the error rate in some human-made listings is up to 50% in some categories. And it's the reason why eBay will have a struggle trying to do an AI when their main database is their own information, because there's so much wrong information put in.
Right. Jake, Glenn, y'all need to hook up with Chastity. She's single, and she's a motivated reseller.
Chastity's great. I love Chastity.
She was just fun. And
maybe she's happy the way she is right now.
Yeah.
Maybe they're happy the way they are.
No, you can't say that, Scott. Jake needs to be just as happy as we are with our lovely wives that never give us any grief.
I didn't get grief yesterday.
Do what?
I don't think I got any grief yesterday.
Are you no grief yesterday? I do not reward terrorists, and I had some terrorist fires.
She thought I was crazy. So that yard sale that I made a video about the fines, the video game stuff. Because it was raining and that neighborhood, I drove to the other end of the world. That yard sale was like 30 miles from the house, but it was a neighborhood yard sale. And they mentioned that most houses have garages. If it rains, they'll just use their garages. So we went out there and I've sold. I'm already in the profit on that. I got all that listed, but I didn't get the Hulk listed. I got to get him. The Hulk rode to the auction and back this morning. He was living life on the edge, no seatbelt.
Morning, Tina Bina. What's happening?
See, Chastity says she's just fine not being married.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be nice this week. Jacob's birthday is this week and our anniversary is this week.
Well, happy anniversary and happy birthday, Jacob.
28?
He'll be 27.
27.
98. Yeah. He'll be 27, and that's our 34th anniversary.
He's the old age of my sons.
So we grew up in a different time than some of y'all in the audience. When Jacob was first around and these things happened on the same week, people would look at her like, out of wedlock kid or whatever. And she perceived people to give her that look. It doesn't happen anymore because nobody cares. But that was 25 years ago. But she'd look at him and she'd go, "He's turning 3. We've been married for 10. Can y'all not do the math?" I mean, that used to make her so mad.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now.
It's because she's got the baby face so bad that it makes you look like a grave robber, a cradle robber.
Pedophile.
I had to convince somebody I was a senior last Tuesday. So they're like, "Really?"
Sweet.
I would have given you mid-40s at the oldest. I'm like, bless your heart.
Was that a good bless your heart or a bad bless your heart?
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Because for you Yankees, bless your heart, it has two interpretations.
It definitely has him.
But yeah, I did like your video. You were tough. You went out in the rain to show us the stuff you bought.
That's the rain, folks. That is a secret weapon. It's supposed to rain again this weekend. I'll be out playing yard sales because most people quit. They are, but the people who are having the yard sale have put all this work into it. That if they've got a garage, they got a way to cover it up. They are, okay. So maybe only half of them stay open, but I was at these yards. That one I was buying all that video game stuff. I was there by myself. I'm sitting there piling stuff, except for the only thing the Enterprise set. Somebody was there looking at it, and they didn't have cash, and they were running to get cash, and I'm like, oops, they lost that.
Cash? What is cash?
Yeah. So
like a peddling sucking up there. That's all right.
But it's
I've always looked exactly the age I am. If I'd asked somebody on the street to guess my age, they would say exactly how old I am. I've been that way my whole life.
There's a line of trees that goes along the side of the property to the creek. Uh-huh. And yeah, that big oak comes way in the driveway. It puts sap all over the cars in the winter. It drops acorns that are freaking that big. You'll be outside in the fall, and it'll drop an acorn and hit the top of the camper shell of the truck.
Yeah,
man, it scared the crap out of you.
She asked you just take a lot of shopping bags with you. She said she likes to shop in the rain, but she doesn't like soggy inventory.
So this guy's garage was full, but his house has sort of a overhang of probably this much, probably 3-4 feet. So he just backed up everything to the overhang. It was just missing out there. So yeah, if it was raining, go to a state sales. They're almost always inside. You know, so many people don't want to be bothered with the rain, don't like driving in the rain, don't want to, you know. It took me a few minutes to get over the fact that it was going to mess up my hair, but after that, I was
You just took your hat off and put some rain necks up there. And just kind of like beat it right off.
I wear I had an Adidas moisture wicking hat. It don't care. It don't care if it's rain or sweat. It just carries on.
Yeah, that's what he did, Chastity. How many of y'all keep a kit of stuff? I remember Golden Finger Picker. He always had a bag that he carried with him.
Always had batteries and that kind of stuff.
He had a gold test kit. He had magnets. He had He had not a microscope. A
micrometer.
No, a magnifying glass.
Like a jeweler's loupe.
Yeah. He always, you know, you always got to have 2 or 3 IKEA bags in your car, and you always got to have, you know, if you're going sourcing, go source and be ready to make sure you got enough money with you. How many people have I seen that had to go to the ATM to get more money after they were?
Yeah, that person lost out on that because of. And I don't know what other DVDs they were looking at, but I bought them. I bought all the DVDs.
I don't mind Blu-rays, but I don't really like getting just DVDs.
Yeah, Kent has a kit. Kent carries extra tape and stuff in case it comes untucked.
Oh Lord!
He lives out there in Louisiana. It gets a little moist. You can't have that thing slipping out, and he'd have to change the tone of his voice and everything.
You're harsh. Yes,
I have a new offer. Let's look.
If I'd had my kit with me when we were in Nashville, I'd have picked up that watch.
So if I can get a cha-ching this morning.
Man, Eric, that's brutal right there. Hey, Kent, Eric's been watching you shower again. Thought you turned off the feed.
$11 for a $14 shirt. I believe I'll take that.
You probably have less than $1 in it.
Oh, maybe 30 cents. They do the bag sale at the Lutherans.
Uh-huh.
And, man, I get shirts cheap.
Yeah, I emptied through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tubs like yesterday. So all the tubs, I'm just going to sit down and, like, what's his name? The young kid that was on the I'm just going to blow through some video game stuff. All these controllers, all these everything. All the stuff got to get listed.
Are you able to use the program for that, or that's not
yet?
Open to
not
use?
yet. It doesn't have those categories yet, or at least they're not released yet. They've got them.
There it is.
Program. They don't have them.
Sold a polo shirt for $11.
11 offers. Let's see what they want.
And you paid $14 for it. And gave them free shipping.
No. That's the thing about. I can get a shirt like I just sold for less than 50 cents at the Lutherans. I'm just amazed at how much people pay for shirts at the thrift shops. They'll give $3 for that same shirt I gave less than 50 cents for.
What gets me is people buying all these jeans at the bin. In Charlotte, it's $3.49 a pound at the bins. A pair of my jeans has to weigh at least 2 pounds because of my big behind. Is that a bargain?
I don't know.
I guess it depends on how much you're selling the jeans for.
That's
If you got $5 in it right off the top, is that
Well, if you get the Levi's jeans with the big E on the tag, they'll go for $150. It just depends on the jeans, I guess.
all the letters are big on the back of his ass. What the hell?
That's right, and I won't deny it. But the way the Goodwills operate around here, I doubt any of that kind of stuff slips by.
Tom used to wear those Spanx with Cool Chick on the back of them.
No.
Across his butt. Or Hot Chick. Maybe it was Hot Chick.
Sugar.
Pour some sugar on me.
These girls that wear the shorts that have stuff like hot stuff or sugar and stuff like that, honey, that sugar's been dipped into many times.
It's crucial.
Juicy.
No,
I wear khakis and usually some sort of Hawaiian print t-shirt, a print shirt when I go on cruises. Can't thank you much. My wife will not let me wear something like that. She don't want to have to share all of this goodness. Y'all got to get a hobby.
For what?
They just beat me up about cruising. They gotta find an outlet. Can't being a premium subscriber to OnlyFans that's not a hobby. That's a perversion. You need to change that. Peddling Profits says garage sales usually $50 to $3 for jeans, or buy entire closet at auction, typically for $10.
So let's take this one. Taxi, full screen. This person, it's got to be, they've got 336,000 feedback. They've got buy two, get one free, $4.04. Full. I mean, how can you full? Makes no sense.
Well, that's like the booksellers on Amazon for a book for 99 cents. Are they making all their money off of the shipping? $1 or so off of shipping?
This is, it doesn't say you don't get the case, and it shows, well, it doesn't. So
good morning, Felix. I got a question for you. If you were going to go out and buy a watch for yourself, and let's just subtract all of the Pimp Daddy watches with all the diamonds on it, what would you buy?
I mean, they've sold it for $399 and $401. They've sold it 3 times. This same company has sold it 3 times. The most they've gotten is $401.
I found Tom.
Here's one for disc only. I get the disc only.
Here we go.
Todd, that worries me that you've got that saved to your computer.
There's Tom on vacation.
No, because I don't go without a shirt on.
Oh, okay. There's the watch. Anyway. Bum, bum, bum. Glass shoot original. Yeah, if you're a big bulk seller like Music Magpie, I'm sure you got your procedures and your way of doing things that makes you money somehow.
They don't give that up. I type in what are the commercial bulk rates for Ground Advantage, and nowhere on there does it even come close to telling you commercial rates.
Felix, I take it you want one of the $7,000 versions instead of one of the $399 or the $99 ones.
He buys watches that have potential for increase in value.
Well, it's like these Geo watches he was just talking about. They range from here's one for $147, which I don't like it. It looks kind of cheap. Up to $6,000, and I like that 60s panorama, which is $52.98, because it looks like just a regular watch. It don't look like Pimp Daddy watches like Kent wears. Tudor. So, Todrick, what do you got going on today? After the show,
Got to pack some orders. I got 20 going out from the weekend. Let's see, how much did I sell over the weekend? Sold $400 on Saturday and $183 yesterday. So almost $500 worth of stuff sold over the weekend. That's pretty close to my average.
good. Okay, this is Josh.
Dougie Poo, how's Perky this morning? Yeah. You know, with 1,600 items in my store, I ought to sell some, huh?
Josh says, so they are really aiming for those bundle sales and using the individual sales as loss leaders.
Yeah, once they get a customer they lose money on, is that customer going to come back and be another customer? I mean, repeat buyer? Survey says probably.
I guess I'm counting on the buy two get one free, so they're paying $8. So if you've got $8 and you sold 3 DVDs, you've got what, 12 ounces? You might be $5. In fees and everything, you might be six and a quarter. So you're making $1.75 to sell 3 DVDs. that you've got 3 listings on.
Yeah, that doesn't work for anybody but a huge volume seller, probably.
Yeah, because the time you'd have invested to, you need those machines that'll, read it as it goes through.
Bum, bum.
Felix, the Nomos Orion, I really like that because that's a classic looking watch. But 2,200 is a little steep. If you want to get me one for Christmas or for my 67th birthday, you can, which is coming up in December. Feel free to do so.
But 24K, have you ever bought a watch that you lost money on? Probably not.
Yeah, Kent. Casio and
Oh, you have lost money on a watch or two? You didn't sell them yet, so you never lost. Okay.
So this one that Dream, they've sold 1.7 million items.
right.
Dream books. They currently have 126,175 items listed. It is all media. Not all of it's at low price. I mean, there's somebody Opera Campisia. That's $190 CD. There's a book for 27. So they don't have. But they have a shit ton of the $399, $399, anything between.
They have got to sell a lot of those damn things every day, which means that either they spend all their time packing or they've got people that are shipping for them. That's another expense.
Tom, they got 126,000 items listed.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
This is a huge seller with a huge team. This ain't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's more expense. That the shipper, the people that you're paying to pack and ship this stuff is more expense. You probably got listers too. That's more expense.
But no, the listing is on a machine. Josh talked about that machine before. Next time I talk to him in person, I'll ask him about that machine, the details on that machine that'll read these. Okay, so how do they get?
Todd, Kent says that watch sales are dead. Do you agree with that?
Not if you buy them for $1 and sell them for 54.
$53.99. Okay, he beat you. Admit it. He beat you out of that 1 cent.
Okay, so here's the problem I have with them is they have a lot of DVDs that are not say buy two get one free. They video games $3.99. That's not buy two get one free. So if that's not the model, are the only ones you can pick free the ones that are in their little promotion? So either they have made a mistake with those, because nearly 99% of them have that with them.
Dang, 24K silver is almost $39 an ounce. Woo!
Yeah, I can't. Rolex. That's all they know.
But they are not. Here's one. This guy, he 375. He is what? Oh, never mind. Disc only.
What is AD? Kent, when you say an AD? What is that?
So the answer to the video is the vast majority of these are selling buy two get one free, and they're counting on $8 for 3 DVDs that they can ship at one time. Because I don't think that it's not the one people talking about commercial rates. I don't think it's commercial rates.
Authorized dealer. Thank you, Kent.
So this one here, this person has 1,800. They are a liquidator. It was $3.99. They took 30% off. They sold this disc for $2.79. You tell me, and it says includes the case. You tell me how they didn't lose money. They've got 1,800 feedback. They're not playing the games of buy two get one free.
Laundering money.
And their feedback is 84.4%. Maybe they're trying to work on that. Oh, damn. I can see why it is. They got somebody who bought 15 items and left them a shit ton of negative feedback. Same person left 15 negative feedbacks.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Every one of them is exactly the same. They left a negative exactly the same one 15 times. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I gotta go with 24K on this because luxury watches, you're talking about a different set of people.
Ping, if you take those 15 negative off, he's actually got pretty solid feedback. You just think what it would do to your account if somebody left you 15 negative feedback. I can't believe eBay allowed that to stand. The identical feedback 15 times.
Well, that's
That's
Kent,
another way to make money there, Jabus, right? If they shove in an advertisement for a big girl panties in with a CD sale. I know I need to start another bag.
Yeah. I had to go back and read the media sellers. Yeah, but are they paying media? Are they paying me? James, are they always paying media prices? Because I've heard a lot of resellers saying that sometimes it's cheaper to ship ground advantage than media. Felix, who is it that says you're buying this watch to pass on to your children? What's the brand that says that? Pataki. I thought it was.
Ping, I think they can do a negative for each separate order they make.
Yeah, I knew the brand, Felix. Most positives from same buyer at least comes one. You know, it would be cool to have the money that Felix has got and go out and just buy all these expensive watches for nothing and turn around and sell them. Actually, it is. In this time of day, you know, I was watching this YouTube video, and this guy was talking about a millionaire today is like a thousandaire was in the 70s and 80s. And oh, you're a millionaire? Well, it's easy to become a millionaire. You got to shoot for a billionaire. Because he was talking about between his 401, he said, I was a millionaire by the time I was 30 because I had $500,000 in my 401k and I had a house that appreciated so much. So your house doesn't really make a difference. Tonight, so watch market is done. Watch market is done. He's going to do that. Are you going to do that video, Kent? Watch market is done. Because, you know, the really rich, they only wear Timexes and things like that. Because they're flying under the radar. It's like Todd. Todd never puts on his Rolex or his Philippe Pataki Philippe. He wears his old Timex around as he's getting it, and he calls up his driver and he brings the rolls around front. Correct.
Yeah, the most expensive watch in my collection is probably. I do have that gold. What's that one called? 24K. I forget right now.
Yep, Kent. People that flex are broke. Well, you did have a very expensive watch and you sold it.
Yeah, my expensive watches, that I buy mostly, I'd sell them.
Or was the not the Shriners? You're not the Shriners watch. Was that a pocket watch or was that a watch?
That was a pocket watch, the Shriners. I have sold a Seiko for $2,400. And it wasn't even gold.
I only paid about, let's see, back up to check most. Why M2?
Got a nice Swiss watch a few years ago called a Certina. And I like wearing it because it's only about a $400 watch. If somebody sticks a gun in my face, okay, here you go. Enjoy.
Kent sticks his arm out. He starts taking it off and says, okay, you know this says Rolex, ROLEXX. He takes it off and hands it to him.
But yeah, I don't need to wear a $10,000 watch.
That's flexing. I thought swatches were girls' watches. Weren't they the ones that advertised on TV all the time? Back in the 80s or 90s?
Invicta, there's one company that just overproduced. They kind of had a good thing going when they The first few years, people loved those things, and then they just made so many. Market just bombed on them.
Halfway through the cruise, a 7-day cruise, you can buy Invictus for half price. I thought it was a cheapo brand. Is that not a cheapo brand?
What?
Invicta. Like I said, I thought it was.
It's not the least expensive.
Well, when I say cheapo, I was talking about, But anyway, they have them on sale on the cruise ships for half price, which means they're probably still too much.
Yep. Yeah, you can get an Invicta watch on eBay for cheap.
I'm going to go ship.
Yeah, it's
all right. It's time to shut this puppy down.
I'm bored with y'all.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
All this watch talk. What the hell?
That's fair game.
You sold the watch. We don't have to listen to it anymore.
That's right.
Oh, that's
Quit gloating over your victory over poor Tom and those suckers you took advantage of.
Man, and it wasn't just a watch. They were passing up all kinds of stuff that I bought.
No, I passed up everything because I didn't want to have to deal with it flying back. I wasn't sure.
I was with a suitcase right over the edge, Tom. Good job.
I was flying Southwest. After my experience getting to Nashville, I didn't know whether my luggage would go to.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's not like he was trying to smuggle an ice machine in his damn suitcase, for God's sake. It was a watch.
I hate you.
Where's the G watch? It's packed. It's going out the door today. I paid $1 for it. It sold for 54 or 24K. I'm rich.
I want you to know that ice machine has made a lot of children happy. I'm sorry. Go say that again, Scott.
Yeah, it came in. I thought Felix came in for the G spot, not the G shock.
Oh. On that note, thanks for coming in, folks. We'll see y'all on Tom's show tomorrow. Thanks for a good conclusion there, Scott. Tom?
Yes, sir.
Have a nice upside down pineapple day, and we'll see y'all tomorrow on Tom's show.
All right, bye.
Bye.